So, we see the war in Gaza. The Israeli them a bomb up the place. The Palestinians them a bomb up the place. We see some people start to throw bombing at the place, Hezbollah. We see America send troops go down there. We see some critical things start happen. We see the Arab them start to watch America because them says where them are deal with both them a go down there. We see Putin a ball out against the Israeli them. Whole heap of things are going down there so. And you know, so the hardcore fundamentalist Christian claim that that is where the Armageddon will start. And I remember when Gaddafi was the evil one. Yes, one time them have put Gaddafi in the Bible. And some people them put it in the Bible though. Every time something come up where get the world attention, some people refer to the Bible. Even the COVID, people start saying it's in the Bible. We're going to come forward. No man is an island. Before we forget, you know, it's a strange thing that last week we had talked about the Israeli and the Arab war. And I play a song, a poem that we did in the early 80s when me and Ibo Cooper sit down in our house and recorded on a Kurzweil keyboard. That time, that was the Av. For those who want a keyboard, if you don't have that keyboard, you're not into it. Well, Ibo Cooper mastered that keyboard. And we actually sit down in our house and record the same poem I hear me play last week about Canaan land. And that was last week, what? Wednesday. Last week, Wednesday. I'm going to get up. And when I get up, it's Friday, I have Thursday and even Friday. We just a Cooper dead. I say, what kind of thing that? Because that no. What makes it unusual about his death is not that he died, but earlier in the year, his son died. And a couple weeks before him, his wife died. That's some weird thing, man. I know Ibo Cooper is one of them brethren where give a lot to the music school. Yes, so this week, on Friday, there will be a 9-night. So you know 9-night is a culture Jamaica. Friday, October the 20th, at 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. And 9-night will be held at Edna Mande College of the Visual and Performing Arts for Ibo Cooper, most one's brethren. So that is really, it really, yeah, it strike me. I talk to a brethren and say, boy, this thing come like out of one Twilight Zone movie, man. Because not only, and no matter of fact, you know, in the day, Wednesday, me and Professor Becky, we are, him say I try call Ibo. And him not get him. I say, you know, say me I try call him too, I not get him. I'm going to come get up the next day and come here and say, Ibo pass away. After we had think about him wife, we passed a couple of weeks ago. And we just done the whole place did a mourn the last time son. And this is how it go. But you see that thing there when him dead Rasta, if you ever catch it, it's a man, I kill it. But it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. So yes, the 9-night for Ibo Cooper, Friday, October 20th. Right over there at the end of the college. A whole heap of youth, Ibo make eat food for music because he was a great music teacher. And a lot of youth now walk up on tour. A lot of youth walk up on tour now and play for artists. Was fashioned and taught by Ibo Cooper. So we say, well, Ibo, yes, it's a serious thing. We are going to recommend to, well, my wife someone say recommend. We are going to ask Miss Babsy Grange if she could spare a plaque in the music school in memory of Kingsley Michael Ibo Cooper. Yes, we want to make that be a remembrance of the work that he did at that school. We're going to come forward. So, we talked about Ibo a while ago, and one of the things that really come to my mind was the time during the time of the Ethiopian famine. I don't know how much of you remember that it was in the early 80s. A famine take over Ethiopia, and a big song come out of that famine. We Are the World. We Are the World was a group of artists in America coming together to make a song and use the proceeds from the song to help Ethiopia. Well, before that song came out, Igbo spearheaded a group of us, a lot of us, come together and make a song. And we was able to adopt some children in Ethiopia and really send funds to them. Yes, that was something that was spearheaded by Ibo Kupa, I think Willie Stewart, who was the drummer in the band, Carrot, who was the percussionist, Basie, who was the bass player, we call him Basie, and the lead singer who passed that, oh gosh man, I forgot that. I forget his name, I can't do that. Should I get Bonnie Ruggs? And the song did quite well, and we did come together as artists and others too, not only artists involved in it, but we was able to help some youth in Ethiopia for a long while. We're going to play the song. That the people who don't know it will know it tonight, that this was one of the hallmarks to me of artists coming together to actually do something for Ethiopia. I mean, really do something for Ethiopia. That was a successful venture into Ethiopia, where we were able to send things there for the so-called starving children of Ethiopia. And that is really a landmark in Jamaican reggae music, where a group of artists was able to do such a massive production and did something and got something out of it for the children of a country that a whole heap of us hold dear to our heart, Ethiopia. I don't know if a whole heap of ones remember that famine that took over Ethiopia. And then Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, you name them, come together and did We Are the World. So we really recognize that as a venture into time.
The informative information presented in this video is motivational and is positively aimed at inspiring, educating and entertaining the viewers with the cutting edge of critical reasoning. If you enjoy the contents on the Black Radar YouTube channel, please consider subscribing to show your support.
This is Mutabaruka. We want to present to you a wholesome kind of level of consciousness right now. So subscribe and tell your friend them. This is Mutabaruka.
Muta.
Yes.
Just to make you remind you, that song that way you just play still, that song wasn't the only production, it was an entire album that was made.
Yeah, the two of them I make, No,
yeah, man.
The two tune them. A two tune me just play a while ago.
Yeah, man, I know, so I tell you, it was an entire album, man.
Yes. So I want you to know that, well, we're going back my Igbo again. The brethren, I will say it before, I will say it again, allow a lot of youth out there to eat food after the music right now by teaching, brilliant teacher in the school. And you need to recognize it. A whole heap of youth out there get to tour with Jimmy Cliff from the school and get to have them own band with the no artists them we are all over the world. Yeah. A whole heap of them come out of the hands of Ibo Kupa, music teacher. So we say yes, him deserving something in that school. And as we say, we are saying that maybe they should think about a plaque in the school that when people come in, them can say, yes, remember that brethren Ibokupa. All them young artists, young musicians now, who grow up now and start to tour the world, can remember, say, this brethren is a brethren. We make we eat food and I tour the world. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing when you can leave that behind you and it's still in front of a whole heap of people. Because even though him pass away, the legacy when left in that school, when I talk about the music with third world do yet, you know, because that is something else. We are talking about just him as an individual, because a whole heap of them in the third world band. But him as an individual who break away from the band early on, and then decides them are going to teaching. Do a lot for the music industry. Yeah, man, lot for the music industry. So we say, yes, Igbo, you do your thing, and we can't forget it. We can't forget it. Yes. And even for my album, my third album, The Mystery Unfold. So we said this Friday, there will be a night, as we call it in Jamaica, this Friday, at the Enamale College of the Performing Arts Music School, we love call it. They call it Enamale College. But there are different faculties that is designed into that college. And one of them is a music school or music, I don't know what you call it. Maybe we should call it Igbo College of Music, something like that, I don't know. Just I throw it out. Whosoever will just pick it up and see what can happen. This is the cutting edge on RFM. Okay. All right, so we continue the journey. We want to play this. We understand we are going in our earth. And we feel, say, even though we understand the Arabs them and what they did to African people, we are claim that you have the worst of two evils. And human beings must not make them prejudice, don't have a heart when them say atrocities being done to others. Don't have a heart for the people them who suffer in those atrocities. And we look upon it and I say, there's atrocity that has been done for years against a group of people. And it amplifies itself in a way that is imaginable. Right now, it can lead to the things them that a whole heap of people have had them head and don't want to believe say it can happen. Yes. And these people don't care. I don't want to say it on the radio. Them don't care. You know, you have the evangelists them in America we are talking about how Israel going to come back according to the Bible. They may be talking about 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe. And these evangelists is hell-bent. I don't know why people want to give. Well, you have some Rastas here so to them glorify in destruction. They glorify in destruction, death and destruction. And sometimes it's not even destruction against people who has armed our race. Sometimes it's just saying apocalyptic arguments because you is so-called righteous. So you call for apocalypse against the world sometimes. People say it against the world. Blood, fire, lightning, earthquake, brimstone, all of these destructive elements is brought down on people who don't share the same views or who is not of the same race. And we see that taking place right now. Right now in Northeast Africa. Where we see that take place. And the bigger powers rallying round this atrocity. And we say, we not go allow people to make we lose with humanity. Well, at least I not allow it to make people make me lose my humanity by deciding, say, if I see atrocities against a group of people, I can't say, we not defend that. We not defend that. Because if a man, that's what them call jungle justice in Jamaica. Me doing that, you know. Me doing no jungle justice, you know. Because I remember one of them where they Stirling Castle, where them find say a man must rape a little girl. And the crowd gang him and burn him. Light him a fire and burn him. Ongo for come here says not him. That happened again to a man out of St. Thomas, where they man look for this man long time and two man a walk and see this man and check the man and chop him up, kill him. Ongo for come here says not that man. So this thing about jungle justice is a racist talk, racist argument, because people feel say because only in Africa jungle supposed to there. That is how white people see it. Them have forests and we have jungle. When you think about jungle, you think about lion and tiger and all sort of wild animal, including wild people run up and down naked. When you think about forests, you think about Yogi Bear and Bugs Bunny and all these things that run up and down in the forest. And that is how them make you view the thing. So when they say jungle justice, it's them a thing can make we feel like say in Africa, you never have no rule and no regulation that govern systems and societies, villages and township. Them make we feel like that never exists in Africa. So people just take the line of them own hand. That is how the argument about jungle justice come about. People take the line of them own hand and just do what they want to do. Void of evidence sometime, but just thinking and believing. Hey, you know, some believe that man down the road to the thing. I could go for him and chop him up and kill him. Yes, and when them done it, them here say, right, you know, so them catch the man who do something wrong there, them admit it. What a terrible thing. Racism, just like how them talk about the Native American, them. Yeah. Them talk to Native American and them about sort of derogative things to talk about the Native American, them, and it's them who thief the people, them land. So we recognize all of that. So back to the Arab and the Israeli thing. Me understand when we face with this Arab thing, because we know of the Arab invasion of North Africa. And we know that the Arab them was part of the colonial past of Africa. The thing is that the Moors who took unto themselves Islam or the Muslim religion went into Spain, and these black people ruled Spain for 700 years. 700 years in Spain. The thing with that ruling in Spain is that the African them never go there for come enslave the Spaniards. Them go there for civilize the Spaniards. And if you go to Spain, you will see what I'm talking about. A lot of culture that now come from the Spanish, we will feel say is European etiquettes and European ways. It's the black people them go show them that. A lot of the building them on the street them was designed by Africans who went into Spain for 700 years. Yet we have some Africans who took upon themselves Islam and start to use Islam against them fellow African them. That is how dangerous religion is and how religion can be. That when people become religious, they lose perspective of other people's culture, Islam, and start to use Islam against them fellow African them. That is how dangerous religion is and how religion can be. That when people become religious, they lose perspective of other people's culture, Islam, and start to use Islam against them fellow African them. That is how dangerous religion is and how religion can be. That when people become religious, they lose perspective of other people's culture, Islam, and start to use Islam against them fellow African them. That is how dangerous religion is and how religion can be. That when people become religious, they lose perspective of other people's culture, Islam, and start to use Islam against them fellow African them. That is how dangerous religion is and how religion can be. That when people become religious, they lose perspective of other people's culture. Now, Haile Selassie, Rastaman, a whole heap of ones here we are talking about Haile Selassie all the while. In a 1960, you know, I remember 1967, there's something about that. Haile Selassie make a speech, and Haile Selassie say, Africa's Armageddon has passed. Yes, him said. Haile Selassie say, Africa Armageddon gone. He was talking about what was done to the Africans them during the time of slavery. All the slavery that hold Africa and make Africa separate and apart from each other. Him say, that gone. So, me know say, any Armageddon will take place and now. We don't involve Africa in it and don't involve, we must involve ourselves in it. Because no guy can't tell you who to trust and who not to trust. Yeah, but you don't say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Sometimes that is how it goes. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So you go align to that person who is your enemy's enemy. What a judgment in the earth. We have to be careful what is happening. I want to touch I never play a Nelson Mandela speech on this program yet, but I have a Nelson Mandela speech where I want to play. Maybe I play it next week too, where Nelson Mandela say, nobody is going to make the ANC be an enemy to somebody else's enemy. Because him talk about Gaddafi, and him talk about Arafat, and him say, look here, we share common interests in certain things, and if they defend our liberation struggle, we're not going to become enemy of those people. So nobody mustn't come tell we, because they are enemies of those people, we must be the enemy of the people them too. And I agree with him. I agree with him. You and a man is enemy, and you come tell me all sort of thing about the man. And me and the man is all right. But because you don't like the man now, you tell me you must like him. And you want me now. If you don't like the man because you don't like him. Not no gossip in politics. Not no gossip in the realms of liberation, struggle and movement. That is why a whole heap of Africans is not against Russia. Because them know say Putin used to walk the fields with them in the times of war. And even though them understand Putin's way, them have to say, well, you know, him LP when we was in time of need. That is why a whole heap of them don't side with America and Ukraine. As a matter of fact, we see the whole world is in uproar now against America. Yes, the majority of people when we see on the news, whether it's Western news or Eastern news or in America, even the Israeli them, you have a lot of Israeli in America now, we are tell Biden say, why him, like him aggravate the situation. Yeah, he must send 3,000 troops down there, and them have ship and border there, so, and the ships them now aggravate the Arab them. What a thing. No, them just pass through what we call the Heroes Week. I think them like this is also the Heroes Week, you know. How much of you out there sit down and really think upon the people them who come and wanted to see liberation in their time, wanted to see freedom in their time, and died and they didn't see it, but they fought for it. How much of you sit down and think about these people? These people died for the liberation and the freedom of all of us. And sometimes it look like we're going back ways. You have a national anthem that tell people must grant truth, wisdom from above. What the hell them talking about? Grant true wisdom from above? We must stop look for God in the sky. Because if them claim say God is omnipresent, you know what omnipresent mean? We are led to believe that He's everywhere. Everywhere. Yet till when people talking about that thing them call God, them look up. That means if them looking up for Him, Him is not here with them. Him is not inside of them. So you're looking outward for something that you don't even know if it exists. It's a serious, serious miscalculation. When most people pray, them don't even open their mouth. Them pray within. When them pray with a group of people, them pray without. In other words, them pray so loud and look up in the sky and shut them eye and all them something there. And one believes that they're more reverent when them shut them eye, when them kneel down on them knee and clasp them hand and all these things, and think that them are pray to someone. When really and truly, what about the internal, the revelation that you get when you open your eye wide and stand up on your 2 foot them and don't look up in the sky? Is that possible? Talking about freedom, free man, all these things that make life meaningful. The recognition of self, the recognition of knowing who you are. And when you pray, you must not say, God is in my heart, but I am in the heart of God. That is words by a man named Khalil Gibran, from a book him named The Prophet. A Lebanese was sent away, exiled out of his country, Lebanon. And when you love, you shall not say that God is in my heart, but I am in the heart of the Lord. And people don't understand that, because how can you look up for something that is supposed to be in? You are in. If you are in, because it is everywhere and maybe nowhere, why are you looking up? Because you are following the concept of worshiping the sun in the sky, and you don't realize it, that the idea of looking up for the sun was part of an ancient Egyptian culture where the sun was the center of the universe and nothing can live on earth without the sun. So they look up all the while to the sunlight. Christians claim that them doing a no pagan worshiping, yet still when them talk about God, them look up.
This is the cutting edge. Lyrics like a bazooka. Long time we are preach. Long time we are teach. Sidewalk University. No indoctrination, education. 3 decades. Long time. The cutting edge. Politics. religion, all sort of things, education, redemption, art, soul, brain food, the continent.